Hi, everyone. My name's Amanda, and I'm one of the adult therapists at the Women's Center of Beaver County. The Women's Center of Beaver County is the only comprehensive resource in Beaver County for domestic violence and sexual assault. So, what I wanted to do today was talk a little bit about one of our senses, touch. One of the ways that we can use touch with grounding or mindfulness just to kind of help bring us back into our bodies is using different objects. So, I have a couple things in front of me today that I just wanted to show. So maybe one day they'll be helpful to you to use. So there's just a couple things that I wanted to show you today that you could use for grounding at home. So right here in my hand, I have seashells. In Beaver County, I don't know if you've ever had a seashell, if you haven't gotten a fake one, or if you found one at the river, maybe you've been to the ocean or the beach, things like that. But a way you can use this for grounding is just kind of realizing the patterns that are on it. Some of them are rigid, some of them are smooth. So when you're in those times when you're just trying to ground back into your body, maybe it'd be grabbing a shell and feeling those ridges, acknowledging the color. This one's white. This one has a little bit of orange on it. Also has different ridges. You could also use a rock, something you could find simple outside. Some people prefer smooth stones just so they can smooth over with their hands. Some people just prefer to toss it back and forth in their hands or just kind of roll it around, whatever your preference would be. Something else fun, you can find this at Michael's, at the dollar store. You might even have some random crafts laying around. But using feathers. Again, just kind of getting used to the way that it feels, acknowledging how that feels on the tips of your fingers. Part of it's soft, part of it's fluffy. But then, there are different edges on it that are pointy. Down the middle, it is solid, where the feather comes off from. So just using those resources as well. One of my favorites, I have to say, would have to be a pipe cleaner. We can bend it, straighten it out, whatever you need to do to keep your hands busy, but there's also a texture to it. So again, just kind of grounding your hands, your body back into that. What does this feel like to me? It's solid down the center. It's black. It's soft. Two more options that I think others might like. Blankets. So whether that be something that's really soft, I know some of us might have, old family blankets that maybe aren't as soft anymore, but they're still textured. You can still feel them. You can still acknowledge the color within them. This blanket, for example, has white, light green, and blue. Again, just focusing on those colors. Maybe those colors remind you of something. Maybe the blue would remind you of the sky and the green of the grass. And again, just coming into touch with the texture. Maybe you throw it on your lap. And last but not least, my friend here, whatever you want to call them, a cat, a stuffy, a lovey, whether it's a physical stuffed animal or a pillow, but something that you can squeeze, something that you can touch, something that can help your body remind you that you were there. Something else important that I think can be really useful for people would be just reminding your body that you're there. Some people aren't comfortable with giving themselves hugs, and that's okay. But that may be comforting for some, reminding yourself, maybe going down the arms. I'm here with myself. I'm present with my body. Maybe it's just putting your hands together. Or maybe it's just touching a certain body part. Maybe it's touching your head. Maybe it's touching your shoulders. But just reminding your body that you're present and you're there with you. Some other things could be things like swimming, having the water run over your body, or even a warm bath. So I hope that these things are helpful for you. And if there are more things that you're curious about or have questions about, please feel free to reach out. Thank you. If you're interested in learning more about the things that we've covered, we're gauging the interest for our wellness group in 2021. Feel free to click the link below and share your interest in the group so that we can get some more feedback. Thanks.